Did you know that most of the organizations, irrespective of their size, they can be a startup, they can be a medium sized organization, or they can be a $1 billion enterprise, irrespective of the size of an organization, they always want to develop or create a high performance culture. And a culture is built only when the people inside this organization or a company really knows what it really takes to become a high performer. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing what are those 10 traits that a high performer has that you can start adopting so that you can also become a high performer and unlock many beautiful opportunities in your career. Stay tuned. Hi there, this is Karthik Sundararaman. Thank you so much for being here on my channel. Uh, and I just wanted to share these 10 traits. All right. So, if you're someone who's very keen on growing into a high performer, what are those 10 traits that already people who are performing amazingly at high levels in their career, in their business, in whatever field they chose to be in? What are those 10 traits that they have that probably you can also start learning and developing for yourself? All right, let's get started. In the first trait, the very first trait that every high performer you're going to come across is going to have is this one of long term thinking. They're high performers. Any high performer you can think of. It can be a sports person. It can be someone in the entertainment industry. It can be someone in politics or any other field that you want to pick. If you look at them, they're always thinking long term. They're not just looking at the immediate success or failures that are happening in their job, in their career, in their industry. All right, whatever they're experiencing, they're looking at it not just in a short term thing, but from a long term perspective. Because high performers always know that when you give enough time, when you give enough energy and effort into the art that you are trying to develop, the outcome, the result of that is going to be mastery. All right, so high performers are not just here playing a small game, but they're thinking about how can I actually master this craft that I'm in. All right, so that's the first trait. And if you're keen on learning this trait of how you can become a long term thinker, do drop me a comment in the chat box. All right, or just let me know your thoughts about it in the comment box. The second one that every second trait every high performer has is one where they're highly driven. They're highly driven by their goals. In one of those um, running races, all right, so this person was probably getting qualified or getting trained to get qualified for Olympic level athlete meet. So this person was asked, uh, why are you doing this? Why do you put yourself through so much of strain and stress? So he says, I'm actually doing it for my mom, because what she did for me through her life is something I really cannot even imagine. I really want to pay back by actually doing what I'm doing. So there are many ways the high performers have this kind of a drive towards the goals that they have. So this becomes the second important trait of a high performer. Let's go on to the third one. All right, the third trait that you can actually start developing if you really want to become a high performer is this: uh, is to enjoy what you do. One of the principles that I have seen a lot of high performers follow is, if you've committed towards doing something, it can be anything in your life. If you're committed that okay, this is the career you want to pursue. If you're committed that this is the job you want. If you're committed in a relationship, better do it with joy. Better enjoy what you do. And if you cannot develop this trait, you can never become a high performer, because anything that you do, you'll always find that dissatisfaction, and you can never reach high levels of performance or that state of flow that every high performer very frequently experiences. Correct? So enjoy what you do. And if you're going to enjoy, and I'm pretty sure that if you're here till this moment, you've started enjoying what I'm sharing with you here. And if you are that person, do drop a comment and let me know in the in the comment box. All right. So that's the third trait that you have to start developing. The fourth and next trait is, like having this mindset of experimentation versus achieving results. So the first one, you saw that high performers are always thinking long term. And when you have this ability to think long term, the another trait that will automatically develop in you is you'll start to experiment things. You'll start to look at life itself as an experiment towards specific goals that you want to achieve, experiment towards improving yourself versus just achieving the result. Achieving the result can be one of the goals, but if you achieve the result and if you do not know what created those results, so you will never be able to replicate those results. All right, so if that's making sense, let me know in the comment box. You really have to know what created that result. It can be a fruitful result, or it can be a failed thing that you're experiencing. But what is it that actually created that? You have to know that. And if you have to know that, you have to have this mindset of experimentation. All right, mindset of a scientist who knows what are the steps he or she took that created this result. Okay, this is the fourth trait of a high performer. Let's get on to the fifth trait now. All right, the fifth one is they're really high risk takers. So if you're going to meet a high performer, you'll constantly see that they're trying to push their limits beyond what is actually normal and easy for them, which means they're constantly in that zone of taking risk consistently. And by risk, I'm not asking you to just go on a plane and jump off and or do a bungee jumping or anything of that sort, right? Taking risk can be as simple as in a social situation or in a kind of a meeting. Let's say you're with your team and you're just have a catch up with your team, and taking risk can be as simple as expressing yourself. Because let me tell you this: uh, if you're going to express yourself, there are certain risks that are attached to it, right? People may judge you. People may think that really is this the right question to ask, and all those things are there. But you have to showcase that courage and take that risk. All right. So if you're someone who wants to be a high performer, you have to be a risk taker, which means there is another attribute attached to risk taking, which is being courageous. All right. So let me know in the comment box. What is that specific thing that you have done? What is the specific risk that you have taken in your career, let's say in your business or any other field, which have actually helped you to grow a lot? Do share in the comment box below. All right. So this is the fifth trait of a high performer. And if you look at the sixth one is high performers know that it's not a short-term game. The first thing what I spoke to you about was long-term thinking, right? And if you really want to be a long-term player, if you want to be a marathon runner, you cannot burn out after 5-6 kilometers of running, right? You know that you have to hit that 40-45 plus kilometer, the full marathon mark. So if you have to do that, you should really know how to avoid those burnouts. And what I'm coaching my students on is how can you actually be a high performer? How can you stay happy, yet achieve all your goals and still avoid burnouts? And if you're keen on learning, how can you do all these things? How can you have all these 10 traits of a high performer and yet avoid burnouts? I'll leave a link through which you can join my masterclass and learn and understand what are the secrets that the other people are implementing. All right, these are the concepts, but what are the things that people are implementing that's helping them avoid burnouts? So this is very, very important. So what we are building as high performers is not a burnout culture. It's a high performance culture. It's a culture where you're staying happy while you're achieving a lot of things. All right. So that's the sixth trait of a high performer. The seventh one is having a personal mission. So let me ask you this question. What do you think is your personal mission at this moment? For example, my personal mission is to help 100,000 working professionals live a high performance lifestyle. And if you're a working professional who really wants to up your game and become a high performer, I think you have to really be there in my masterclass and learn those secrets, those principles, those concepts, those habits that can help you reach there. All right. So check out the link and you can join. So what is your mission? What is your personal mission? Mission is something which you you're not just doing for yourself, but it's kind of a contribution where a lot of people are involved in it. Make sense? So just let me know in the comment box, what do you think is your personal mission? It can be as simple as making sure that I raise great children, making sure that I give the lifestyle that I want for my family. It can be as simple as that. It need not involve a million people now on this planet. It can be for a very small group that you have with you. All right, so this is the seventh trait of a high performer. The eighth one being getting coached. High performers know that it's not easy to do all the things on their own. They know that it's important to ask help. It's important to seek out coaches who are already doing things, already having those principles, frameworks, and tools that are keeping them, that are helping them and their students get into a very different level of performance. And it need not just be in one specific field. It can be in the field of coach, the field of sports related coaching, in the field of getting mentored to have better habits. It can be getting mentored to have a high performance lifestyle. It can be any of these things. So high performers know that the fastest way to learn and grow is to get coached. And also, while they're getting coached, they're also role modeling from their mentors, looking at the mentors. All right. So it's one of the very powerful things that all high performers do. This is the eighth one. So let's get on to the ninth trait of a high performer. The ninth trait is if a high performer watches a video and they know that this is adding value to them, they do not think twice before they like this video and subscribe to the channel. For sure. All right. Okay, I'm just kidding now. I'm just kidding now. So I'm just trying to ask you to like and comment and also subscribe to this channel. But the ninth one, the ninth trait that a high performer has is this. All right. So they're part of community of high performers. And psychological study says that if you really want to achieve a goal faster than you think you can, the best way to do it is be part of a social community, be part of a group who are also in those similar missions of achieving the kind of goals that you have for yourself. All right. So, and that's one of the big reasons why I have a personal mission, and I'm creating this community called High Performance Lifestyle Hub, where people just like you who are interested in raising their performance and improving themselves as an individual are are adopting the high performance habits and challenging themselves every single day to push beyond the limits and grow. All right, so do check out the link and don't forget to join my masterclass. And I hope you have followed the first point under the category number 9, that you have liked and subscribed to this video. All right, so if you think this is adding value, please do that. And the next thing, the 10th, the last one but not the least one, trait of a high performer is that you'll see that they're highly influential leaders, because high performers know for sure that it's not a lonely game that you have to play. It's a game. It's a collective game that you have to play. Anything that any high performer has got, even it's about getting into the right place at the right time, or having the right team by their side, even having right mentors or anything of that sort. Anything and everything of this sort needs them to be highly influential, so that they can influence people in the right way, and so that can help not just them and also the bigger group towards achieving those goals mutually. All right, so these are the 10 traits I really wanted to share with you. And what do you think is that one or two or three things from this list that you think you need to start improving upon? Do think about this and share that in the comment box. And if you think there is something else that you're already working on, please do feel free to share that as well in the comment box. And as I said, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be sharing things that are really essential for you to develop yourself as an individual, so that you can achieve all the goals that you have in your life, in your career, and in your relationship as well. So thank you so much for being here, and check out all the links in the description of this video so that you don't miss out on them. And thank you again for being here and learning through this video. And I'll catch you very soon in the next one. This is Karthik signing off. Take care.